This is Dolany TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and welcome to Rink 2 coverage here in Cold Lake for the semifinal matchup between the Fairview Falcons and the Lloydminster Blazers this morning at 9:15 as we get set for Championship Sunday here at the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships for 2022 in Cold Lake, Alberta. I'm Tyson Dolany. I'm glad to have your call this morning as we will decide who goes on to face whoever wins over next door. We still don't have a winner over there. They're just getting underway right now. So there's two games simultaneously. I'll have more than likely the result from that one before this one concludes. So we'll kind of, if we're late and we're kind of tied up or down a goal, up goal, whoever's kind of in that situation, we'll have some kind of shady idea probably around the 5-minute mark of the third period as to who one of these teams is going to go next door at 3 p.m. and face this afternoon. So, this weekend has been one heck of a grind for everybody involved. And right off the top, you know what? The young ladies this weekend going to war out there. I've talked about it all weekend here on Rink number 2. Going out there and not giving up an inch, going for that extra inch themselves, and trying everything they can to fight and claw to get into that gold medal game at 3 p.m. It's been fantastic. As I said many times during the broadcast so far this weekend, I have not experienced Provincials hockey since 2017 live in person when I was in St. Paul for the Junior Bs back then. And of course now getting to sit down for the first time in 3.5 years in Kettle hockey and sit here and watch these young ladies go to work all weekend long here in Rink 2 and leave it all out on the ice to get here, right? This is stopping point number 1 on Championship Sunday. You had to get here to be able to get over there this afternoon. My apologies, right? Still early in the morning, but that's where I'm going, right? This is number 1, that's number 2, but today, obviously the focus is right here at 9:15 to try and do everything in the next 60 minutes from there to get next door and play at 3 o'clock. So with that, I would have also liked to thank everybody who's been working hard behind the scenes this weekend to make this happen. The tournament organizers, the tournament committee members, the volunteers, obviously our crews here bringing you this fantastic live streams both on this side and over next door on Cold Lake Ice TV. We couldn't do it without the generosity of Cold Lake High School to recruit some camera folks for us and get them over here and get them some experience with the nice, incredible equipment we've got to work with here for this tournament, but at the same rate, to get them an opportunity to witness this tournament just as I have this weekend. And I would be nowhere without the fantastic camera people I've had this weekend, and we know that as well over next door. Carter Simpson has your call on Rink 1 in Imperial Place for the other semifinal happening with the Lakeland Jaguars this morning, in case you're tuning in looking for that. That's next door on Cold Lake Ice TV. But I think that pretty much does it all for me here early on, as we're about 10 minutes to puck drop in this one. So we'll step aside. We'll thank, of course, our sponsors, who we could not do this weekend without here at the Cold Lake Energy Center for U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll step aside and we'll talk to you in a few moments' time. So this morning it is the Fairview Falcons against the Lloydminster Blazers in semifinal 2 over here on Rink 2 action. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson Olney. I have your call here on Dolany TV this morning for this one as we look forward to determining who will go on to Imperial Oil Place this afternoon at 3 p.m. for the gold medal game. That's kind of what it's come down to. Championship Sunday, win and you're in. And the other team gets an early bus ride home. So that's where we sit right now. Just pregame here, waiting for both teams to take the ice for warm-ups to get set for this one. Of course, it's the Falcons, it's the Blazers, as I said. We've seen both teams over here on rink number 2 so far this weekend. The Falcons, I've only seen them twice. And I appreciate Fairview Falcons fans coming up to me yesterday and mentioning that they appreciate the effort on the names. I'm going to hopefully come up with a little bit better effort and a little bit quicker today. That was definitely key that some folks came in and gave me some pronunciations as well. So looking forward to hopefully getting a little bit more together for you folks back home in Fairview this morning here, and a little bit feeling sharper. It's the first time I've gone to bed before 12:30 all week here in Cold Lake. I've been up since Tuesday, and it took all the way to Saturday to get to bed at a decent time here, so that's where we're going to kind of look. Hopefully the rest recharge, that extra hour and a half sleep I got last night might do the trick for me here. And that's the other side too. You know, going to bed at 12:30 on a vacation, quote unquote, ain't necessarily the worst thing, but when you're out of bed at 6:30 in the morning after going to bed at 12:30 and you're operating for 3 hockey games in a weekend, it kind of does end up burning you out a little bit, and that's, I definitely felt the effects yesterday. The Lloydminster Blazers fans would know that as they faced the GHC Junior Inferno. I was kind of wore down, run out, and just out of gas there towards the end of that third period. And I appreciate you folks sticking with me there and getting that game finished up with me here on Dolany TV. So this morning, a little bit more rested, a little bit more ready to go. And we only have 2 games to go here in this tournament this weekend left. So that's a little bit better than the 3 games we've had in the past 2 days. Of course, this morning it's the semifinal between the Blazers and Falcons here on Rink 2. Next door, the Jaguars and Inferno are facing off currently as we speak to determine who will go through to the gold medal game over there. So right now I can hear the ladies in the tunnel. They're looking to get things going onto the ice here for warm-ups in just a few moments. Sounds like they're hyped and excited, and I believe that would be the Fairview side, which will be coming out of the home bench this morning. So I guess Fairview will be the home side for this one. And then the away side will be the Lloydminster Blazers. Or that doesn't exactly make sense though, because I believe the Blazers went 3-0 in this one, and the Falcons take the ice in the away colors. So I guess that's incorrect, Tyson. Quick correction. I would believe the Blazers are indeed the home team in this one. Sorry. So, it's been a path here to get here for both teams. The Lloydminster Blazers, of course, faced the Airdrie Lightning on Rink 2 on Friday, followed up by a morning meeting with the West Central Wildcats at 9 a.m. yesterday. Came all the way over here for the 3 o'clock game against the Inferno, and now find themselves here on Rink 2 yet again for the semi-final here on Rink 2. So that's the coverage for the Blazers. Now the path here for Fairview, they went through the Lakeland Jaguars. They're in the other pool. First thing on Friday morning, proceeded to come over here and battle the Beaver Lodge Blades, and then come back to Rink 1 for a battle with the Leduc Roughnecks. So that's where you find yourself. That was the path for the Fairview Falcons. So I've only seen 1 game, so I can't really tell you exactly the story of the tournament for them, whereas with the Blazers, I've seen them a couple of times so far, so know them a little bit better, and I already have the fans here for the Blazers that are sitting in front of me joking with me that I'm going to know the roster inside out and backwards, up and down here by the end of this one. Now given my 3rd game with them, kind of similar to that Beaver Lodge roster that we had here on Rink 2 for all 3 of their games at the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships for 2022 here in Cold Lake. Again, folks, I'm Tyson Dolney. Good morning. Welcome to Rink 2 coverage here in Cold Lake. It's my pleasure to have this call for you as we are going to get set for semifinal 2. The warm-up clock not yet going. I'm not sure if that's by design or by mistake yet, but hey, you know what? It's early mornings and got some fine volunteers running the timekeeper's booth, so if they want to let the girls have some time to warm up this morning and get things going a little early on, that's fine by me. It's a semifinal, means a lot. Why not, right? And I'm just glad, kind of now that I've caught my breath after making an emergency trip out to my car to have to go grab water. Yesterday the cleaning staff were excellent. They left my water bottles here. They left everything kind of exactly how I left it, but last night, at some point during the night, it appears that my water bottles were cleaned up, scooped away from me, and well, then all of a sudden, thankfully, I had some foresight yesterday to go grab an extra water bottle from the gas station on the way into the rink, and paid off having that bottle in the car, waiting for me this morning when I absolutely needed it as we get set for this semifinal between the Blazers and Falcons. So again, I'll put this offer out there because the unfortunate part about this game being a semifinal and a gold medal game happening at 3 o'clock, one of these teams will be going home after this game is done. Somebody will, unfortunately, take the loss in this one. Both teams haven't played a great tournament so far, but somebody's going to best somebody in this one and go on to the gold medal game. So for both sides, just in any event, cover off the bases, and if there's anyone back home, anyone here at the rink that you'd like to thank for being a major part of the tournament and getting your team here to this tournament here in Cold Lake this weekend, I'd like to pass along the thanks. If you would be willing to pass it along to me, I'll pass it along to the audience here listening on Dolney TV. And of course, there's about 30 or 40 people within earshot at any given time here at the rink as well. So the audience a little bit bigger than it appears over there on YouTube. So I'd be definitely my pleasure to pass along some thanks for folks back home who have made this season happen for your teams here, either Fairview or Lloydminster, and just kind of get it going. But again, I'd like to, as the crowd just kind of picks up here on the live stream, in case you missed the pregame ramble that I had, I'd just like to thank again the organizers who have put together this tournament, the committees that made this tournament happen, and the folks that got me out here for this tournament. This is the last game we'll be covering of the tournament here on Dolney TV before we switch over to Rink 1 and get the gold medal game going on Cold Lake Ice TV. And I'd just like to thank, of course, in command this weekend, organizing all of us here on the media crew, Dustin Folds, for doing an excellent job and making sure we kind of stay our ducks in a row and get the job done for you here on both rinks and making sure this happened all along. And of course, I'd like to thank Sean Metchwis. I mentioned him in one of the live streams yesterday. I believe that was yesterday afternoon in the Blazers Inferno game. I'd just like to thank Sean Metchwis for initially reaching out to me this week about this weekend, I believe back in January, and talking me into coming back home and calling a U18 tournament. This is, in fact, my first ever minor hockey tournament I've called in my life, if I'm being completely honest with you. So that's been a great pleasure of mine to, for the first time ever, come in and call some youth hockey here in Alberta and get it going for you on Dolney TV. So that's been part of the experience, but that all is thanks to that initial text message from Sean Metchwis back in January, reaching out and asking me about coming up here in the first week of April, take some time off work, come take a mini vacay on Wednesday, and then come get to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for this tournament, and head home on Monday back to the Airdrie area. So that's kind of been the also fun part, right? Getting to come up here, and there is indeed a team from Airdrie here, a team from Calgary, so my local area, despite being born and raised in Cold Lake, that's now home and that's now my local area. So it was nifty to kind of have a couple of connections to this tournament, which was fantastic. But now we kind of shift our focus to Lloydminster Blazers and the Fairview Falcons, who are looking to go through into the gold medal game this morning. And it looks like working in front there, the Blazers and Falcons kind of taking different approaches here. Falcons just getting shots on net and getting the goaltender down in the butterfly, but initially there for warm-up for a little bit, they had Cody Hillis of the Blazers working on tips and traffic in front, and they're still working on tips and rebounds, traffic in front. And you know what? That's one of my favorite things to do. If you get a netminder out there on the ODR, go out there and just try and tip pucks and have a little bit of fun juggling the puck with your stick and trying to create some traffic in front. But you know what? It's fun to watch this warm up for the Blazers, quite honestly. They're going out there jamming sticks in the lanes. And I guess, you know what? If you're winning, go home. If a puck's going to be in the air and you want to create a little chaos, why not try and get a stick on it in front and get that puck into an open area and put it home. So looks like we kind of see what both teams have worked on in warm up here. Fairview making sure the goaltender getting work for this morning for Fairview. Ariana Wald is going to be working hard in this one, or at least that's what Fairview is prepping her for this morning. Of course, the Blazers, to get over into this semifinal, ended up going an 8-0 win against the GHC Junior Inferno to close out the round robin. So they're looking for probably a repeat performance to get over to the semifinal, and Fairview looking to make sure they stay on top of that and get the pucks out of the crease and make sure the goaltender's ready for an onslaught from the Blazers if it indeed does come. But the Fairview Falcons, they've got some offense too, and they'll look to get an advantage on the score clock early and often, just as same as the Blazers. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the little cheers from the benches and the creases here in a moment. Everybody rocking it, and I don't know if you can get it 100% on the camera. My angle here is a lot better than kind of what the camera sometimes gives for facial expressions and stuff, but we've had some good facial expressions this weekend on these young ladies going out there and having a lot of fun. And I've loved the ones when they flip the puck accidentally into the bench. That has been the best, is that look of pure, oh no, that just happened, I'm so sorry. And then they skate on by, chuckle about it, and back to hockey we go. The Blazers are ready for this one. They've walked away from the crease, so now Fairview, after leaving the bench, will get ready for this one. We'll stand up, and now it is time for O Canada, my friends. We'll have a little bit of a chat from the announcer's box here first, and then we'll get this hockey game up and underway. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off and ready for this semifinal between the Blazers and Falcons. I'm Tyson Olney. I've got your call this morning here on Dolany TV for the semifinal on Rink 2 here in Cold Lake at the Cold Lake Energy Center for the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships for 2022. It's my pleasure all weekend to have you along for this tournament. And now the final game on Dolany TV this weekend, as the Blazers and Falcons will line up at center, and we will get this one underway in just a few brief moments. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We've got Lisa tuning in as well, despite being an Airdrie Lightning fan. She's coming all the way from, I'm not sure if it's safe to assume Airdrie, but somewhere in the local area, I'm sure, ready to cheer on both squads to a gold medal game this morning. As the face-off coming briefly, they had to find the puck on the ice. Referee kind of lost where he had left the puck early this morning after warm-up, and here we go. The face-off is down in the face-off dot. Ellie Stone takes it and wins it back for the Fairview Falcons, who will chase it back to Wald. Wald leaves it there for the defender, and now behind the net, the Falcons look to play this one out. Turnover briefly, skirted away from the net by Stockelschwager, and away go the Falcons back into the neutral zone. Played back down into the Falcons' territory by the Blazers, and they'll regroup will the Falcons in their own end. This one missed the stick to get out of the zone, but it is enough to get into the neutral, and that'll allow the Falcons and Blazers to tie up near their own blue line. Fired in by the Blazers, and it'll go down into behind the net for the Falcons. This puck now along the near side half wall. It'll go back to the blue line, and it'll be worked. Oh, no, it'll be jammed back in. Never mind, I kind of lost sight of that puck, and we're off to a hot start already this morning. I've lost sight of the puck twice. The puck comes into the neutral zone, and here come the Falcons to the Blazers' blue line. It's stolen there by Taylor Vance, who will carry it up and kind of leave it there and chip it forward. Now met there by a Falcon stick, and they're 2-on-2 back the other way, and they're going to rule the offside at the line on Shaylin Auger. So we'll have a face-off on the far side, just outside of the Blazers zone. 18:48 to go in this first period. Both teams, the first minute, 12 seconds, kind of stepping into this one, feeling it out, and seeing what they can get going here early on in this hockey game. The puck played now by the Falcons, trying to tip it into the Blazers zone. They will indeed, as it comes into that half wall, and we can't really see much there, but we'll make do with it as it's jammed out of the zone, and back the other way come the Blazers into the Falcons' end. Chance wide open in the slot, goes up and over top of Ariana Wald for the Falcons in net, and it'll be played now into the half wall and moved on up and out by the Falcons yet again. They'll chip and charge around, and it's going to be moved into the Blazers' end as it'll be taken there by Auger, who will get it back to the point. Shot jammed, opportunity, shot, save, Hillis. On the shot, I believe, from Carly Latondra of the Falcons, who got an absolute gorgeous opportunity in front, but the glove save from Hillis, who pitched the shutout last game to finish off the round robin, denies her. Face off down, the Falcons will tip it back, but that'll be played ahead by the Blazers, who battle this one out. Rory Hill tips it ahead, and now moved there by the Falcons. And my apologies, Fairview. It's been a weekend where I haven't seen you much. I've now seen the Blazers for, I believe, a third time this weekend, and that one tips in the neutral zone all the way through and goes into the net. And that is the weirdest hop we have seen all weekend, as that one just beats Cody Hillis awkwardly, and that is the weirdest goal we've seen this tournament so far. It just takes a nasty hop on Hillis, who commits to it going one way, and the last second it goes another, and it goes back in the net. 17:59 to go in this first period, and the Fairview Falcons take a 1-0 lead in this one. Like I said, again, apologies back home there in Fairview if it feels like I'm not completely familiar with your roster. It's only the second time I'm seeing you, so we'll try to get as good as we possibly can get throughout the rest of this game. And it looks like they don't know who scored the goal. Arm goes up, and it looks like Era Stockelschwager will take credit for it, and that's who they'll officially rule, I'm sure, here in a mere moment when the announcement comes in. The captain, Stockelschwager, has the goal for the Fairview Falcons, who again control off the face-off at center ice and move it into the neutral territory at the blue line for the Blazers, who will play it ahead now. The Blazers, for the first time in at least 60-plus minutes, trail in a game. This one turned back around, fired off the boards, and it'll be charged there by the Falcons to keep it in. They'll get back behind the net now of the Blazers and force one off the skate of Hillis, who just sees it going to the corner, and now the Blazers still can't get it out as the Falcons continue to keep it in for a few minutes. Smith back the other way for the Blazers, dancing through a couple of Falcons, still kind of in possession of that puck before both Falcons just charge it into the corner, and it looks like a Falcon has drawn a penalty on Taya Smith, who will, no doubt about it, head directly to the box. She knew she got that one, earned it kind of deal, and she'll head down for 2 minutes and give the Falcons their first power play of the game. 17:08 to go in this first period. So To the left of Hillis we go. And we'll see what this one brings on the power play for the Falcons just 3 minutes in. The face-off one back by the Falcons. Now at the point, the shot coming in, tipped in front. We were talking about tips in the warm-ups for the Blazers, and right in front there, the Falcons get one off a stick in front from the shot from Mariah Auger, as now they chase into their own zone on the clear by the Blazers. They'll meet it at their own blue line and start away the attack. Back the other way into the zone now. The Falcons leave it there at the blue line, and it's going to be met, clubbed into the corner there by Jillian Hale. And back to the point, Hale can't keep it in, so it'll be back out to their blue line where they'll chip it ahead. And the Blazers find it and chip it right back to the Falcons' blue line. Fairview leading 1-0 here early on in this semifinal on Rink 2 on day 3 of the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships for 2022 in Cold Lake. A turnover there, a shot fired wide of Ariana Wald, who just kind of skates it through the crease. And now the Falcons will move out into the neutral. This one turned back by an active stick by the Blazers at the face-off dot, and now it'll be flipped back into the neutral by the Falcons off a skate and stick into the neutral that time. Falcons back the other way now, busting across, 2-on-1 opportunity shot in front. Hillis down and out, one save, denial on the pad, right at the post by Hillis to come up with a key save on the man advantage for the Falcons. That was a stretch at the post to make that toe save right there. 15:32 to go in the first period. Good morning. 23 seconds in the penalty left to the Blazers as the Falcons one last opportunity here to really set up zone time. They'll get the puck on net and allow themselves a face-off to the right of Cody Hillis with those 14 seconds left on the power play and 15:21 to go in this first period in a 1-0 Falcons lead. Remember, whoever wins this one goes on to the 3 o'clock game over at Imperial Oil Place for the gold medal. This shot fired out down the ice, now it goes. Falcons will see it come all the way into their own zone, and that will do it for the power play. A productive one at that, getting a glorious chance at the side of the net where they almost cashed it, but Hillis denies them with the toe or just the edge of the pad, whatever you want to say, to keep it a 1-0 score. This one fought out off the half wall in front of the Falcons bench, and now wholesale changes for both squads as it comes back the other way. Shots fired in front, and nobody knows where that puck is as it goes through kind of right in front of that trapezoid area in front of the net, and neither team could really come up with it, so now it's back to the blue line of the Falcons and out as the Blazers retreat into the neutral, and they will come up with this puck here. Falcons find it there. They're going to lead it ahead, turn it over to a Blazers stick, fired in off the skates of Stuckelschwager on the blue line for the Falcons. She'll lead it ahead and charge all the way down the ice, taken out there along the boards, and that will be yet again another power play for the Falcons. Or for the Falcons, pardon me, as the Blazers take a call there. I believe that's Rory Hill going to the box for the Blazers, as the Falcons will set up to the left of Cody Hillis on this faceoff. Ariana Wald not tested much yet, as the 2 early power plays I'm sure are going to be a big factor in that here early on in Cold Lake this morning. The Falcons behind their own net regroup, and Fairview looking to get out of their zone. This one will come all the way out, and it'll be battle against 2 Blazers keeping the line or trying their best to hold it as much as possible for this penalty kill. It's flipped out and flipped now back into Fairview territory where they'll chase it behind their own zone. Auger will meet it there, and she'll flip it ahead. It goes right onto the stick of Taya Smith, who, I mean, quite honestly, we've watched now several games for the Blazers. She is the definition of an effective offensive zone penalty killer for this Blazers team. 13:30 to go in this first period. A minute 23 left in the power play for the Falcons. And if you're kind of watching, you're like, Blazers seem to have a pretty good penalty kill. They did this quite often against the Inferno last game out here in Rink 2, where the penalty kill was almost a power play for them, the amount of zone time they got on the penalty kill. As this one flipped back, Stuckelschwager will come up with the puck. She'll flip it around and get it over to her D partner on the near side half wall. This one comes out of the corner, up the wall, and then now a shot fired by the Blazers right there. Stuckelschwager will meet it there for the Falcons. She'll go up and through the zone and leave it there, as now coming through, 3 Falcons lead the charge back against 2 Blazers. The shot fired in goes wide of the stick of Hillis, and now back the other way with 41 seconds left in the penalty kill. The Blazers will chip it in. The Falcons way out to play it. Walled leaves it there, collides with Stuckelschwager, but that might be effective, as Stuckelschwager will be able to skate off the oncoming forechecker, chip it up the boards a little bit, but that's where it's going to be tied up. The puck now tied against that half wall. A flip that kind of went nowhere. I saw the intention there, but it jams up against the boards instead, and the Falcons have to turn back and restart this breakout. They'll do it right here as it's tied up again at kind of the top of the zone by Madison Layton, who's doing an effective job killing penalties with 3 seconds to go. And now back the other way, finally getting out of the zone. The Falcons get it off the boards by Ellie Stone. And we'll see 12 minutes left in this first period between the Blazers and Falcons in this semi-final action here on Rink 2. Now at their own blue line, after killing off the penalty, the Blazers meet the puck and get it to the Falcon line. This one will go back in front of the benches there, and let me tell you, with this rink a little bit fuller today, it's kind of tough to see in front of the benches, so we'll just make it up as we go along, and I'm sure we won't miss anything too important there unless there's a penalty or something happening, or a puck goes up and out of play and I'm a little confused. This one at the blue line of the Falcons being batted around by several sticks. There's about 6 players involved there trying to come up with that one. Shot fired on to Walled after the opportunity comes right in front of the net. This one's going to go down the ice for an icing call against the Falcons, and we'll have a face-off back in their zone to the left of Walled with 11:13 to go in this first period. An exciting time for sure on Sunday morning here, day 3 U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships, as we find ourselves in the semifinals. Not entirely sure the score of the Jaguars game as of yet for the host squad against the GHC Inferno, but they're looking to find a winner over there just as much as we're looking to find a winner over here, to find 2 teams to go to the gold medal game next door at Imperial Oil Place this afternoon at 3 o'clock. 10:56 to go in this first period. We got a long ways to go in this one, and only a 1-0 lead for the Falcons early on. The Blazers lead it ahead and tied up there. 2 players tie up, and yes, we'll have a hooking call as it appears right there. Haley Cadoon has drawn the first penalty of the morning. I want to say afternoon because we've done a lot of work this weekend in the afternoon, but the first penalty of the morning against Carly Latondra. So here we go. We've got ourselves a face-off to Wald's right. Drawing in will be Madison Layton now on the power play after doing that effective job just moments ago on the penalty kill. The face-off tied up into the linesman's skates by the Falcons and Blazers, and it'll go into the corner where there you find it. Layton has it. Back to the point it comes. Shot fired off the body in front of Ellie Stone, who's now, after being on the power play, out there on the penalty kill as well for the Falcons. This one back, pitch and catch at the blue line, D to D, and it goes into the corner off a body as the Blazers look to get a shot here. That one hits a body on the way through on a pass and goes all the way back down to Hillis. And this is something we haven't seen much this weekend, but both goalies are out here playing the puck early this game. I think we've seen it twice all weekend, and now we've seen it twice in this game, as this one will be chipped off the boards and out into the Falcons zone as they'll ice the puck with exactly 1 minute to go in the penalty kill. Kind of just excited to see the Falcons for a second time this tournament. I liked what they brought in the one game I saw them on Rink 2 so far, and so far so good for them on Rink 2 yet again in this one. 9:26 to go, killing the penalty against the Blazers here. And it looks like the Falcons changing the penalty kill units. That'll allow the Blazers an opportunity. They were slow to react to it though, and it'll be a shot fired wide of Wald. It'll come back to the point. That one, I believe, might have gone off the arm of Stuckelschwager in front. She was just kind of leaning out at it. You're already in intermission, guys? Crazy. As we are 9 minutes to go in this first period. 15 seconds in the penalty to the Falcons now as Hillis plays it off to the Blazer defense, and they'll move it ahead as the clock winds down on this penalty kill. And the power play, one last opportunity here for the Blazers. They'll jam it in front, but it's Taylor Vance getting tied up last second. Can't get the shot on net. She'll move it back to the point. The shot now incoming, goes through a couple of legs. In front, and Smith there for the Blazers, meets it, ties up the stick of a Falcon quickly, and 8:25 to go in this first period now. This shot fired off the boards all the way back down, and giving chase now for it, the Falcons' Jillian Hale. Hale will play it there, and it'll be chipped ahead to Auger, who's looking for it. She can't come up with it, and instead it is chipped out now by Ellie Stone's combination of a pass. 8:01 to go as Stone now leads it ahead. It'll go off the stick of Shailene Auger, and she'll see it go off the boards a couple times by the Blazers and get it out into center. This one now carried back into their own zone by the Blazers. Stone doing everything she can to tie that one up for the Falcons. Auger at her own blue line now for the team in the black, gold, and white trim. They will fire it back into Blazers territory. I didn't mention that. It's the Blazers in the black, red, and white, and of course the Falcons in the black, gold, and white for this matchup. As there's a play back behind the net, the Blazers driving it, and just down with the blocker hand, stick out of hand, Ariana Wald will tie it up there. So here we are, 7:20 to go in this first period. As we've got ourselves a 7:20. Oh, that one a dangerous chance. 7:20 to go in the first period. That one fired right up over top and just kind of got some giddy up last second as it got its way onto the net and kind of turned around. This one shot in from the point, tipped in front, all kinds of traffic, and it will be down in front, covered up by Ariana Wald. We've got Mason joining us here on the live stream. I'd like to give him a big old shout out for coming on the broadcast yesterday to chat with us about his big sister Sadie Huck and the Airdrie Lightning. So here we go. Shot to the middle of the ice. Taya Smith will fire it on. Wald, the absolute pad denial to keep that one from going 5-hole. A little bit of double pad action to get that out, and the Falcons will get it down the ice. This one goes. Also like to, I believe I've credited you, Lisa, for checking in here on the live stream from Airdrie as well. This one fired across, fired in now by Smith, who sees that one take a dangerous hop off the stick of Ariana Wald, who just kind of looks around for that one last second. And it's nice to see the crew this morning's kind of raided the donut case, as we've all been in there at least once or twice this morning getting one going. As fired up the ice, and here come the Falcons with a step, taken out last second, and still down and on the ice. What a goal from Carly Latondra to score that one on the backhand, diving through after being taken down at 6:14. And look at the celebration on that one. Yeah, the Falcons are pumped to get that 2-0 goal. Rightfully so. That was one heck of a play to stick with it and beat Cody Hillis of the Lloydminster Blazers. What an effort to steer that one home and take the 2-0 lead in this semifinal here on rink number 2 early on Sunday morning ahead of the gold medal final. This one, referee's taken out, and it looks like he might be hurt. He's down in pain. And we're going to have a pause here as he collects himself. Shakes it off, and everyone's going to give the stick taps there a vote of confidence for the officials we've got this morning. And they're going to ask just quickly to get examined once over from the trainers here on rink number 2. They're just going to double check some stuff, do some tests here. I don't know if we've quite got an angle of it. You can see the officials just down at ice level on the bottom right hand side of your screen, just above that head, peeking into the shot right there of a gentleman in the stands. As yeah, there's not much to be done here on this camera angle. Looks like he's going to take a drink of water, and we should be set to resume this game in mere moments. Both goaltenders taking a moment to go down to a knee and sit and relax after what's been a fast and furious first 14 minutes of play here in Cold Lake. So we're just waiting for the referee for this one to get some clearance, as it looks like the 5 skaters for the Blazers are going to go over and talk to their goaltender Cody Hillis. One player checking in on Ariana Wald. That's number 3, Tia Halverson, wearing the A this morning for the Fairview Falcons. They're still attending to the referee down at bench level. They've gotten his helmet back on him, so I'd assume we're probably going to be ready to go here in a few moments' time after that scary spill at center ice. Both teams kind of huddled around. We're looking to, I think we're probably talking about protocols here. And it looks like he's going to resume the game. So a big applause from both benches. He took that scary spill, and of course, just because he's ready to resume now doesn't mean the monitoring stops from both benches, making sure the official is in good health and taken care of the rest of the way home here between the Falcons and the Blazers. Ariana Wald will skate back to her net. Cody Hillis sees her 5 skaters leave her for a center ice draw. 6:10 to go in this first period with face-off at center ice. And look at this, everybody gets back into it. Scary moment there, but we're back ready to go for a center ice face-off draw. They're going to drop it, and again, everybody scrambles up at center, and I think there's a couple of woes from the bench as the linesman in there to drop the puck for that face-off after the referee took the spill at center ice. Kind of gets some woes there. And now the puck played by the Blazers, and off the post. Quick call by the referee to wave that goal off. It beats Wald, but it doesn't beat the post. And the Blazers come just that close. Another shot on Wald goes off the paddle and into the corner, and the Falcons, my goodness, 0 to 100 just like that. Grateful the referees okay, and I think the ladies on the ice are as well, as they're right back 100% grinding away on the ice, and the Blazers come out firing with a couple great chances on net, just 50 seconds removed from the stoppage in play as this one's fired down. Couple met there by a stick or two. And now back the other way come the Falcons. It's Stockelschwager carrying it forward. She'll get across the line. Look to fire this one towards the net before she takes a spill into the corner. And now a couple of battles. Somebody's lost a stick in the corner there as the Blazers will try to work it out. It comes out right in front of the net. Hillis sees it go on by to the half wall where it's going to be fired again. Shot, glove save by Cody Hillis, who just kind of sits through the crease, shifts her way after making the glove save, and stands up and gets the whistle. 4:53 to go in this first period. And like I said, 0 to 100 in an instant, as we went from worrying about an official who appears to be ready and ripping to go in this one again to right back into this semifinal action here in Cold Lake. The puck at the point, played down, and here we go as it'll be chipped back by the Blazers and up and out of the zone, and they've got a developing kind of even on rush back the other way, 3-on-3. This one off a body though there by the Falcons, and it'll go back behind the net where Stockelschwager will leave it, and a quick stick there from Ellie Stone will make sure that puck stays out of the danger zone for the time being. It's played by the Blazers back around behind the Falcons net, and it's met there by Holly Murray, who for the Falcons will indeed get it out as it just trickles off the stick of number 22, Lara McCarran of the Blazers. And the Falcons, after it's fired back in, will retreat back into their own zone, move it into Blazers territory on just a soft dump, and it'll be back to the blue line now as the Blazers move it ahead. Met there by 4 players in that half wall right in front of the bench. And it'll go up the boards. Rory Hill will play it ahead, and this one will be turned around and into that half wall in the Falcons' end on the near side. Comes off the boards and across the ice as the Blazers just barely keep that one in. A little recognition where that puck was, and it's enough to get it deep. And all of a sudden, I think I'm far behind the pace after slowing down there as the Falcons back the other way. They're in on the attack. Everything to be done by Livia Miller to stop that oncoming attack from Shaylin Auger there. And it'll be back the other way for the Blazers, who are going to get turned. No, that's Cami Kolobaba taking a spill, trying to come up with that puck. The Blazers still with it in the Falcons zone. It'll be chipped ahead up to the blue line by the Falcons, fired back in down deep by the Blazers. Taya Smith fires it in front, and now collecting, regrouping, and getting out of the zone are the Falcons, trying to connect with Carly Latondra. She can't. Now back the other way come the Blazers. A shot fired off the side of the net. The Blazers regroup. It goes right in front of the crease over top of the net, and a great defensive play, I believe, by number 7, Naraya Auger, to get that one out, and now back into the Blazers end. That puck is after the clear by the Falcons, and now suddenly, like I said, the pace is picked up in the last 4 minutes of this game, and I think we have more pace now in this last 4 minutes than we did at any point early on in this game. 0 to 100, ain't nobody kidding that, as we are back into possession for the Blazers here, as it'll be fired now on a turnover by the Falcons. Shot fired just wide. Hill sees it now. What is that? They're going to call a penalty against the Blazers, as there's a Falcon down after the bodies clear away, and looks like they're going to check, and I'm wondering here if they're going to get the trainer out. Nobody's waving them on yet. They're just kind of regrouping. I believe down is Carly Latondra. And at some point, I'd imagine the trainer is going to bust onto the ice here, as they've got the player's helmet off, and here comes the trainer. Kind of a mad scramble at the side of the net, and the Falcons player goes down and behind the net. And we've got another stoppage in play here, as wishing all the best for the player down on the ice. .204 to go in this first period. A 2-0 lead for Fairview, as the trainer attending to the player. I'm just going to kind of gently go by the wayside for now and allow them to take their time here. It looks like they're going to get her up. So here we go. Right like that, the applause from the crowd. As we go here. So she's up, skating all to see. Here we go. 2:04 to go in this first period. Referees sorting things out, talking to both captains here. 2:04 to go in this first period with the power play upcoming for the Falcons. So as everybody will depart the benches, we will begin this power play in just a moment's time. I'd like to thank everybody for crossing 60 viewers here on the live stream on this Sunday morning, tuning in with me to what's been an eventful first period here on Rink 2 coverage. A couple scary spills for both teams, and now back into possession after the face-off win. The Falcons have got it, and we're back underway here in Cold Lake. This one all the way down, and Stockelschwager not missing a beat after the stoppage in play, hustling back for that on the power play to get possession. Back going in their own zone, and now chipped ahead by the Falcons. The Blazers will fire it in. And the big thing is we've had two scary stoppages in play here early in this game, and both teams right immediately after the stoppages in play come out and the legs are turning. They're ready to go because it still, after all, is a semi-final here to go over to a gold medal game. And they both know what it means to them, and they both want to get over there to the first rink of action, Imperial Place, at 3 p.m. That's covered up as Taylor Vance kind of coming, doing a good job, forcing the cover from Ariana Wald. And we'll have a face-off to Wald's right here with 1:19 to go in the first period, $1:15 to go in the power play. Face off down, and it's pushed to the half wall where the Blazers will chip it ahead on the penalty kill, and now the power play looking to get set up as it'll be met there by the Falcons on the half wall. Holly Murray will move it ahead. It'll be chipped there again to Murray, who will flip it into the neutral, and with a minute to go in this first period, it's a 2-0 lead for Fairview as they go back behind the net. 19 minutes, or number 19, sorry, 19 minutes. Where did I get that from? Jillian Hale will chip it ahead. It, however, is turned back right onto Wald, who will once again cover up the puck and handle it with 47.6 seconds to go in this first period. 43 seconds left in the penalty, so pretty much we'll carry home unless there's a goal scored on the 5-on-4. Face off to the left of Wald as the Blazers doing their effective penalty kill once again, making sure the Falcons can exit the zone cleanly or quickly, and getting the puck on Wald for a couple of covers so far. This one left here as it'll be off a skate, and Ellie Stone will see it. Oh, is that Stone? Yeah, that's Stone, sorry, for the Falcons. We'll see it go on by, and the Blazers continue the pressure as they'll push this into the near side corner, and now back to the point of the Falcons' end. It's back the other way into possession for the Falcons as they'll charge up the ice and turn around there by the Blazers. Turn back now into the Falcons' end. 5 seconds to go in the penalty, 8 seconds to go in the period, and here's one last chance with 5 seconds on the clock for the Falcons. The shot coming off the pads of Hillis, and that, my friends, will do it for the first period of play here in Cold Lake. Here we go. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the first period of play. So far, so good for Fairview, a 2-0 lead as we'll head into the first intermission. And I'm just going to step aside here for a second to try and get in a bathroom break before everybody else gets down there, and of course go fill up the water bottle. This is Dolany TV. I'm Tyson Dolany. Thank you so much for tuning in so far, and we'll catch you in a few moments' time. At this point, we'll go over to our sponsored ads, and we'll catch you in a All right, folks, just like that, the Zamboni's off the ice, and we will be getting back to action here in the second period in just a matter of moments. It's just a couple of moments before we get things back underway here in Cold Lake for semifinal 2 on Rink 2 this morning. The 9:15 game, the Fairview Falcons so far up 2-0 on the Lloydminster Blazers. That first period, a couple very scary incidents, that is for sure, as both the referee took a tumble and had to be attended to on the bench, and then of course we had a player for the Falcons go down and have to be helped up off the ice by the trainer, and down the tunnel I'm sure she went. So 2-0 for the Falcons. We currently stand heading into this second period. I'd like to welcome everybody aboard here to Dolany TV for this semifinal coverage. I'm Tyson Dolany. I've got your call all weekend here on Dolany TV, and it's my pleasure to have your call as we head over to the next game, the gold medal game on Rink 1, where it'll be my first taste of calling a hockey game at Imperial Oil Place. Like I've mentioned this number, 3.5 years since I last opened up the 2018-2019 season for the Cold Lake Junior B Ice against the Vegreville Rangers way back when. So it sounds like the benches are moving, so I think it's about time we stand up and get this one ready. The net's still not put out by the officials, who are yet to have hit the ice, so I'm sure we've got still a few moments to go here, but there are the Blazers out on the ice, ready to go for this second period. The bells blaring there from the, I guess what you could say, quote-unquote, home crowd, as yes, indeed, the Blazers are the home side in the whites this morning. So here we go, 2-0 the lead for the Fairview Falcons as we get set for them to hit the ice at some second here, but we're still without a referee and 2 linesmen for this one, so we're waiting to see when they'll be coming back out on the ice. The Blazers, they are all kinds of ready to go and try to get back into this one here in this second period. I'd like to thank again everybody for tuning in, but just to give off some stats here, we've crossed 200 views on the live stream before we even started the second period. That did not happen until at some point in the second intermission all weekend long, so folks tuning in from back home, more than likely for the first time, I'd like to welcome you over to the channel. I'd like to tell you it's been a fantastic weekend of hockey here in Cold Lake. My first taste of provincial hockey since 2017 when I was doing the Junior Bs in St. Paul that spring. So it's been a great pleasure of mine to be along for the ride all weekend in this one. And that's where, again, I'll pan over to thanking the tournament organizers, the tournament committees, and everybody involved in A, getting me up here this weekend, and B, putting on this tournament for me to be up here this weekend for. So it's been a fantastic weekend so far. The Blazers have 40 minutes to try and turn this one around. The Falcons have 40 minutes to try and keep the lead and keep going in the score column to try and take this one home. So that's where we sit. The penalty boxes are yet again empty after the penalty was killed off last minutes of the second period by the Blazers. That was, of course, resulting from that nasty spill along the end boards, the Falcons player, towards the end of that first period. Hoping all the best for her. She hopefully down the tunnel recovering, recouping after that one for sure. As now the Falcons take the ice. Leading them out is Ariana Wald, who's getting all kinds of cheers from the crowd, just positioned to my left. The away side just as well represented as the home side in this one. As the referee, this time, no mistake. I don't know if you caught that at the start of the game, but the referee kind of misplaced the puck on the ice at one point before the opening face-off. This time, no doubt about it, goes down, picks up the puck, and immediately scoops it up to group everybody up at center for the opening face-off of the second period. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The puck is down, and we are off and underway as it's carried ahead by Livia Miller, who charges it ahead, but now poked there by the Falcons. A chance goes all the way past the goal line of the Blazers, so back behind the net The Blazers will regroup, and another player slow to get up for the Falcons after an inboard collision. The puck out in the neutral zone, just paying attention, see what's going on back behind the play, and it looks like she'll come off the ice with the helmet already off before hitting the bench. This puck now turned around, and the Blazers will move it ahead. Coming off the bench, Ellie Stone almost able to poke that one free. This one turned around and fired back behind the net. That one picked up there by Jillian Hale. Hale will play it ahead, off the boards and up and across the ice. Another player kind of just bumps into another, and I believe going down was Ellie Stone, who's now chasing that puck. It'll go all the way around to Hale. Hale's going to play it off half wall up and to the point. A shot incoming from the Blazers, niftily steered to the corner, back behind the net by Wald. It'll go off the back of the net. The referee astutely doesn't call the play dead as soon as it touches the back of the net. Instead waits, and now the Falcons will start out of their zone with the puck in possession. They're full flight, but turned around by a stick of a Blazer. Now another opportunity to get it on their sticks. A couple of whacks in front of Hillis, who goes down into the scorpion kind of spread eagle kind of situation to try and get that one going. Can't get it going. And that one instead goes back behind the net. This one fired out. And that will go back into Blazers territory. This one behind the Blazers net. They'll chip it off of the boards, and it'll be back out into the blue line area of the Blazers. Met there by Lara McCarran, the Blazers. Met there by Lara McLaren, who couldn't clear the zone, but indeed actually will as it goes off of the side. Offside. That's what I was trying to say. Turn around. Anyway, 17:57 to go in this second period. Lining up just outside of the Blazers zone. The Falcons and Blazers down for another face-off. This one pushed right back onto a Falcon stick kind of by the Blazers after it was tied up at the dot. And now back into Blazers territory behind their net. Played there by the Blazers, who will see it come up to Olivia Miller, the captain, who's going to try and chip it ahead. This one off the boards and carried out and down the ice and pushed ahead by Layla Scott. Down around the Falcons looking to meet it. Fairview trying to get out of their own end. This one bounces off the boards and a spill there, and another Falcon slow to get up. A penalty drawn on that one, and the Blazers all the way down into their zone to touch up. And Falcon players have just hit the deck a little hard and had to go off the ice with bumps and bruises. Hopefully that's all it is here in this semi-final. Is right, the Falcons, they're getting short-handed by the minute here, it appears, and another penalty upcoming to the Blazers, looking to go up 3-0 on the power play are the Fairview side. But at this rate too, you got a gold medal game to worry about, and it's scary to keep seeing players going off the bench in discomfort. So a chance now as the Falcons, they've got the possession. They're going to fire this one down, and it'll go back into the half wall where the Blazers will collect the puck. This one behind the net, shot fired down off of nobody. It'll be a full length of the ice clear for the Blazers. And 16:50 to go in this second period. Stopped there and turned around by the Falcons. Stuckelschwager carries it up. She'll look up ice and look to get down, as now again into possession. She's got it at her own blue line. She'll turn it around, chipping it ahead now for the Falcons. At the blue line, turned back by the Blazers, however, and into the zone, and down goes Taylor Vance, just fighting for that last inch, trying to push it deeper into the Falcons' end. Blazers meet it at the blue line. They'll dump it back in softly, just enough to chase the Falcons in briefly, and then a misfired pass allows the Blazers at center ice to pick it up once again. Lexa Thiessen fires it in and out top by the Blazers out of Ariana Wald's glove. So now turned back and around and off of a stick. It'll be Thiessen firing it as a player hits the deck. And 15:55 to go in this second period. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Falcons as they now charge ahead. Stuckelschwager, all kinds of skate and steam into the zone. Shot fired off of a stick and onto Hillis. And a save made. 15:42 to go in this second period, a 2-0 lead for the Fairview side. A good game, a lot of pace so far. The two stoppages haven't stopped the players from going out there and realizing it still is a semifinal, and they're both looking to go on to the gold medal, and they have both been out there 110% this morning. That's no exaggeration. We have had some great pace here on a 9 o'clock game on day 3. Don't forget, that's the other hard part about this. This isn't day 1, day 2. This is day 3 of this already, and we've got both teams absolutely giving it their all, looking to go on to the gold medal this afternoon at 3 p.m. over on Cold Lake Ice TV on Rink 1 over at Imperial Oil Place here in Cold Lake. We'll have a line change, and it looks like the face-off is going to come into the Blazers zone. 15:26 to go with 7 seconds left in the penalty to the Blazers. We're going to see this one played down to the right of Hillis, where it'll be one on the face-off by the Blazers. They'll turn this one back around and chip it off a body where it comes back to the near side corner, and the Blazers again looking to get it out of their zone here. This one battled in the corner. Looks like there's been a penalty drawn. I'm not sure if it's for or against the Blazers, who still have possession, so it's against Fairview. Olivia Miller will fire it off the boards. It'll be met and fired towards the net, but the touch-up results in the whistle, and it looks like it's a holding the stick call against the Fairview Falcons, number 7, Nariah Auger, and that's the first time we've seen that one this weekend as well. I believe, at least, when you get that hand signal, that's what that means. It's been a while since guys seen even holding the stick penalty in the NHL, because they don't call those for the Oilers. They don't. I promise you that much. However, this one to the side. Shot fired there by McCarron. It'll be turned back off a body by the Falcons, who will be trying to get it out, and they just barely failed to do so. Shot fired, saved by Wald, who regroups the puck and immediately gets the whistle. Like, I mean, that was a quick whistle, and it looks like now we've got a Blazers player down at the side of the net with skates tangled up in the net. She's going to get up no problem, so nothing of concern there. Laughing it off, giving the hand gestures, arms up, and shaking her head, so I don't think she really had any concerns about that one, other than would have liked to jam that in if they wouldn't have blown it dead so quickly. Face off to the left of Wald. Wald sees this one back by the Falcons. They'll rim it off the boards, kept in by McCarron, who will fire the puck all the way towards the net. The Blazers get 2 or 3 opportunities to tip it. Can't, goes behind the net. Now a chance at the half side of the net, goes off of the paddle of Wald, and again played in front, and looking like a couple players tangling up there, and everybody hands up trying not to take a penalty 2 feet off the goaltender. I've loved some of these scrums when everybody gets tangled up, and how quickly after the whistle everybody tries to part ways so as nobody takes an extra 2 out of a scrum that's unnecessary. 14:27 to go. Fired in from the point by the Blazers. Another opportunity here to keep it in for them, and an opportunity for the Falcons to clear. They can't. And this one turned back around, as it appears. Are you guys already done back over there? Wow, that semifinal on the other side of the ice is absolutely ripping out there. We've got 14:08 to go in our second period, and they're already in the intermission. This shot turned back and fired through the blue paint of Wald. Wald sees this one go into the corner now, where it'll be picked up by Olivia Miller. Miller wheeling around, looking to generate something here. The shot coming in from the point now, tipped in front off of a Falcon stick and into the corner. This now an opportunity for the Blazers to come up with it, but the Falcons get the favorable dominoes, I guess you could say, as a couple players went down, and they will clear the zone. 13:36 to go with 36 seconds to go in the power play for Lloydminster. This one played back behind the net by the Falcons, where they will get it to the half wall, and fired there by Taya Smith, who couldn't get it on net. Now Taylor Vance looking to get this one out in front, and the Blazers just will that puck towards the net. An astute save there by Ariana Wald to find the puck, get a pad down, and direct it back behind the net, where the Falcons were able to clear it. And now back at their own blue line, working it up the Blazers get it in the Falcons' end. This one, Fairview looking for it along the half wall in front of the benches there. They will get it all the way down and give chase into Lloydminster territory. This one now found there by Stuckelschwager at her own blue line. She'll fire it in, and that'll get across the line and allow Fairview to potentially get a shot on net, but it's just tipped away last second from Ellie Stone. And it looks like now the linesman takes a couple of tumbly steps, goes down to a knee, and will get ready for the face-off here just outside of the Blazers' end. I'd like to welcome everybody in here live on Dolany TV to the final game of coverage on Rink 2 this weekend. It's been my pleasure. I'm Tyson Dolany to bring you all the coverage this weekend here on Rink 2. It's been a blast over here. We've been treated to some excellent hockey. I've now seen the Lloyd Blazers 3 times. We've seen the Fairview Falcons. This is number 2. It looks like the referee is chatting things over with the Lloydminster bench just quickly, making sure everything's taken care of. The face-off is a go-ahead just outside of the zone, and the puck down and fought there ahead by the Blazers, who will work onto the half of the Falcons and tip it into the zone. Now we've got a puck played behind the net. This one met there and played back in behind the net by the Blazers, so the Falcons retreating in their own zone, trying to get it out from down deep. Ellie Stone will play it off the boards, back to the blue line. The Blazers on a keen stick keeps it in. Shot fired all the way around the ice to the far side corner, or near side corner, sorry, that is. Wow, that's far from me though, let me tell you that much. That's a far corner from me. I have a terrible angle of it. Shot fired, save by Wald, who now sees it come out and back to the blue line, pushed down deep again by the Blazers, who will fire another shot into the glove of Wald. And that is a save for the Fairview side. 11:47 to go in this second period. Some good pressure from Lloydminster. A couple of chances so far, but this one really nothing turning the needle in this one's second period yet. Wald standing tall, tested a lot early on here in this second period, and she's been phenomenal, as have the goaltenders all weekend long. And I mean, there's been some goaltenders that have been very, very busy this weekend. 4-0, it's 4-0 for who, sorry. Another save by Wald, absolutely denied in front were the Blazers, and now scrambling to get out of their zone, the Falcons, and a player hits the deck again in a tangle up in the middle of the Falcons zone, but pushed deep now. And we will have a whistle coming up. I believe that will be for the player taken out in the Falcons zone. 4-0 for Jaguars. So the Jaguars have a 4-0 lead after 2 periods of play over in the semifinal on Imperial Oil Place ice. So that looks like we may start seeing things shape up here in the final 20 for them. And I will know roughly halfway through the next period whoever comes through this game is going to go over there and face at 3 o'clock. Obviously for the host side, they would love to hold that lead and get it going. GHC looking to turn that one around as a one-time opportunity goes awry in front of the net for the Falcons, looking to add to their lead and make it 3-0. They can't, and it's back behind the net for the Blazers now. And that's what I'm saying, like, for both squads over there. And now we've got a player hitting the ice for the Blazers. It looks like Lexa Thiessen was taken out, and we will have a penalty to the Fairview Falcons. And that'll even up for the next buck 33, 4-on-4 here with 10:53 to go in the second period. So the Jaguars, they've scored a lot of goals in this tournament so far. Now with another 4 here today. And they obviously are looking for the high-powered offense to continue through to the gold medal game. Get them there first, though, is the task, and they've still got 20 minutes ahead of them on the other sheet of ice. This one, however, is our focus right now as the Blazers move it in front, looking to even it up here on the 4-on-4. They cannot, and for the next buck 22, we will have 4-on-4 as the Falcons skated into the Blazers' end, and it'll be moved there ahead by Dylan Wood, who fires it off the boards and into the Fairview zone. And out to play it, maybe not, is Ariana Wald, who just sees it sail on into the corner and now moved ahead by the Falcons. they'll see this one played off the half wall. Another on-rushing attack, and that forecheck a little bit too heavy. Lloydminster whistled for the body contact, and with 10:14 to go, for the first time in this tournament, I thought, my friends, by the end of Saturday we had filled up the bingo card. We're going to have a 4-on-3, so this is the first time we've seen this. We have had some 5-on-3s, not going to kid you, but we actually had a 1-second 5-on-3 yesterday. And it's one of those weird trap ones because it's actually an extended 5-on-3, a little longer than 1 second because the player's got to get out of the box and stuff and get back into the play. But now we'll skate 4-on-3 for the Fairview Falcons. Will have the 4-on-3 power play in the Blazers zone. Here the face-off to the left of Cody Hillis for the first time all tournament. I can't speak to what's happening in Rink 1. I honestly can't. I heard there was a penalty-filled game yesterday over there, and obviously, you know, that is a whole nother realm in that other rink, and I haven't set foot in there to call a game yet. This one played back behind the net, and the Blazers still looking to kill the penalty in the offensive zone as much as they can despite being down 2 skaters, and the Falcons having the outnumbered opportunities here. As this one played off the boards, and the Falcons will meet it there. It's going to be number 16, Cami Kolbasa coming up with Brett Greshner coming up with the puck for the Blazers, or for the Falcons, as this one's chipped around. I got all kinds of turned around. I dropped my scorecards for some reason here, and now back at the point, Stuckelschwager fires a shot. Tip can't get through, and back behind the net. That's played there, and back to the point. Stuckelschwager has it. Chance coming across to Greshner. Greshner's going to fire the chance back across, and it looks like we've got a little bit of rough stuff happening in the middle of the ice. And it's fired down. This one fired back in by the Falcons, now on the 4-on-4 yet again after the penalty expires, and the 4-on-3 goes on by the wayside despite spending some time in the offensive zone. This one tipped into the corner by Wald on the clear down by the Blazers, and this will now be into the near side half wall where it'll be back, turned around by Hill. Hill's looking for an opportunity to get this one to the point. She does. It's jammed off the boards, and it's somewhere in that little mess of a half wall that we can't quite see. Now Stuckelschwager comes up with it. She'll fire it off the boards and around. It comes yet again. This one on the near side half wall. It'll be met there by Ellie Stone, who tries to play it ahead, and the Falcons will escape their zone on the penalty kill with just 5 seconds to go in the penalty. And tick, 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 tick. It is gone and dusted, and there we go. The Blazers back to even strength. Sorry, pardon me. I got my homes and ways twisted around again, and it looks like the Blazers are offside here. They'll clear the zone, and that'll allow the Falcons to pick it up in the neutral, where they'll fire it back in to the Blazers' end, off the boards and out again, and fired back in, this time on Hillis, who, not mistaken on that bounce, makes the paddle down to the ice and make sure that one doesn't go anywhere this time like that first opening goal did on her earlier this game. Now the puck turned around there by Jillian Hale. Shot fired in on Wald, who sees it go on off her, back into the neutral territory off a couple of Falcon sticks on the clear. The shot fired towards the benches and now picked up by the Falcons, who will carry it forward. Battled across, and it's Ellie Stone loading up, firing off a body in front, still getting the shot on net. Now in front of the net, opportunity there for Carly Latondra, who can't get the shot on net go through. This one's moved ahead. So we'll go there, so in the neutral come the Blazers. This one batting around kind of the Falcons zone. Now off of a body, poke check there, and it looks like there's a little bit of a bad hop there. And it looks like they're going to even it up. Sorry, I was watching a little bit of a developing play, a little pushing and shoving between the Blazers and Falcons that got a little across the line, and they will even it up along the boards there. We're going to skate 5-on-5, offsetting coincidental liners. We will. And then all of a sudden that nasty hop in front of Wald doesn't fool her. So that's the difference in this one, I guess, right now as we currently stand. 2 bad hops in front of the goaltender. One has been able to recover and the other hasn't. And it's a 2-0 lead for Fairview here in the second period. It's right away off the face-off. The Blazers win it, get it to the net, jam away. Wald stands tall. And we'll have another face-off to her right. 6:32 to go in this second period. And I can officially say, because of the unfortunate events that took place in the first period, we are moving slowly in this one here on rink number 2. They're already probably resuming play on the first sheet of ice over in Imperial Oil Place as we get set to find out in the next couple of half hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever you want to say, who goes on to the gold medal game over there, and then who goes on from here in the next hour or so. And here I thought I was going to get an extended break this morning, this afternoon, as we head into 3 o'clock. Not such luck. I got to come up with something pretty stellar for a thumbnail here for the gold medal game. As you've seen some nice graphics here on Dolan TV and also over on Cold Lake Ice TV, the blue and gray with the logos. That's a little custom design we've done up this weekend here at the rink to try and give you an indication of what's going on the live stream. As always, you know, if you're familiar with YouTube, there generally are thumbnails for videos. And I thought it would be an extra value add for the live streams this weekend, and I hope you've appreciated the little designs there that we've come up with for this tournament. As it's frozen there by Wald. Everybody was just scrambling out. I didn't even know that Wald had the puck, quite honestly. I don't think the referee did either, because Wald was over in that position for quite a few seconds before the whistle went down, and I think everybody was kind of watching the pile behind the net as they were trying to direct that puck somewhere, anywhere they could, and it's a freeze by Wald for a face-off to her right, where the Blazers again are going to direct it right onto Wald first thing. The Falcons, however, come up with the puck and they'll start back the other way. It's charged ahead, and Latondra stepping around the line and getting the backhander off. Can't complete the shot on net, now pushed into the corner. And we will have yet another whistle here as both players kind of head to the ice. And you gotta appreciate the hustle here from both sides as we're getting into the nitty-gritty of this game now. The last 25 and a half minutes to go. And both teams, the little desperation setting in here as they're looking to come out victors in this one to go on to the gold medal game. Shot fired, and 2 players again go down on top of each other. There's been some hard spills in this one, and some scary spills, that's for sure. As this one all the way down the ice, length of the ice clear off the glass by the Blazers. Never ended up going for icing, and they'll find it going to the front of the net. The Falcons cover it into their own zone's blue line, and they'll get it out on a block and a second effort by Shaylin Auger. This one chipped ahead by Taya Halverson, who just can't quite cut it through the zone. And back the other way come the Blazers, who will fire it down, get it off the end boards, and Wald again, just active stick, kind of acting as that third defenseman back there, playing it for her defenseman to be able to make the play and get out of the zone. The Blazers, though, they've been stalling in tall at the line and keeping it in a little extra longer than the Falcons may like in this one, leading by 2. But so far, Wald's been stellar, and the Falcons have done enough in the defensive zone to limit the chances, other than that one weird hop that we had a few moments ago. An extra whack at the puck by Vance as it went through the front of the net and couldn't put it home, and now the Falcons will start back the other way, and they're just kind of out of gas after getting run around in their own zone, so they'll be content to just chase the Blazers as deep as humanly possible into their own end and give chase yet again on a dump in after meeting it at the Blazers blue line. This one turned back there by Stockelschwager, who will come in charging hard. And a couple of hard rocks along the side wall and a whack there on Stockelschwager last moment, and that's Kolobasa coming up with the puck to keep that one in, and no, they will indeed rule that offside. Kolobasa kind of had a tip just about 5 feet inside the zone that freed up the puck back to the blue line, and the Falcons just narrowly missed it, keeping it in by an inch or two at the Blazers blue line. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3:47 to go in this second period, my friends, and we see a 2-0 lead for the Fairview Falcons, who are looking, with time winding down here in the second, to punch their ticket over to the gold medal game, but we are far from done. And you can't quite count out the Lloydminster Blazers yet, so we've got to see what happens here in the final 24 or so minutes of this hockey game. Both teams pressuring, turnover at the side of the net, swallowed up by Ariana Wald, who will hold on for a whistle with 3:25 to go in this second period. It has been a stellar of a hockey game this go around here on rink number 2 for the semifinal, starting at 9:15. You'd swear these girls have been up for hours, the way they've got their legs turning. Hearts beating, I'm sure, and just probably going, now that it's day 3, on pure adrenaline and the rush of the fact that there's a gold medal game on the line for both sides if they can get there at the end of 60 minutes plus. 3:15 to go in this second period. Again, steered wide of the net by Wald off of her stick, and she will see it go back to the blue line where the Blazers hammer it from the point. They can't get it through, and turned back by the Falcons briefly. A stick there at the point by Brooke Christensen kept it in, and now the Blazers play pitch from their blue line and get it forked in to the Falcons' end. Fairview regroups behind their own net. They'll fire it off the boards where it goes into that area where I just can't see, and giving chase is Vance against Auger. Auger goes into the end boards. She will fire it off of somebody, and it's coming up with the puck is Taya Smith. Smith gets it back line, shot comes through, hits somebody up high, and gets back onto the stick of Holly Murray, who will play it forward. An opportunity here now for Latondra, who wires up the shot and scores. You don't see that all too often, and that was one heck of a goal from Carly Latondra, who just absolutely walks into the zone, shakes off a defender, and smacks it home on the clapper from about 10 feet out. What a goal there to go get the goal for sure. And what an absolutely, and you gotta love the little fist pump celebration there as she walks out of the Blazers zone and goes to the bench to celebrate. What a goal to give the Fairview side a 3-0 lead in this one. And I've liked kind of some of the goals we've seen this weekend. Some highlight reel material for sure here at the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships here in Cold Lake this weekend. We now have inside 2 minutes to go in this second period. Hustling back are the Blazers, looking to come after this puck and avoid the attack of 2 Falcons, but it'll come all the way around the boards, met by Stuckelschwager, who came in charging. I mean, she had those legs pumping all the way from her own blue line and just barely overskated the puck coming into the Blazers' end. Been an incredible hockey game here, capped off with the most recent goal from the Falcons, which was just a thing of beauty from Carly Latondra. Now the chance shot fired from the point, and a second opportunity there. This one fired around the boards, up off of a player in the neutral zone, fired back in by Fairview. It'll be fired down to Cody Hillis, who is just going to elect to snag that puck off the ice with a minute 11 and take the face-off in her own zone. Blazers will see the face-off come to the left of Cody Hillis, who's still had a pretty solid game this game, despite the 3 goals, and she's been solid all tournament long, looking to backstop her team, do a comeback here in this third period. Shot fired off a body in front, and the Blazers will recover it in their own zone. Now the puck into the Falcons' end. Kind of tied up off the boards and played back into the Falcons' end. Now the Blazers have possession, charging in front, and what a tip by Vance. But how about the denial by Wald to keep this one where it sits? 30 seconds to go in the second period. Another opportunity fired away by the Falcons in front of their own net. And now back the other way. 2-on-0. Vance getting back. Halverson, the shot opportunity off the pad. Rebound goes into the corner. Down behind the net, Halverson, and Vance, and Vance will come up with the puck as Halverson gets herself up off the ice, and Hoblin again to the bench she is. The Falcons have to fire it in as Halverson just now getting up off the ice, and that will fire the time off the clock for this second period. It's been a lot of heavy contact in this one, that's for sure. And we now see a 3-0 lead for Fairview going into the second period intermission. And it's been one heck of a hockey game here in the semifinal as we'll go into the intermission. Like I said, I'm going to step aside, go use the washroom, go get a refill of the water, and get set for this second semifinal to come to an end in the third period potentially, or we could see overtime. You're just never sure what's going to happen when you enter the final 20 of a hockey game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson Dolan. You're watching Dolan TV. I'd now like to give a special shout out to our sponsors for putting on this tournament for us, and we'll be back catching you in a few moments time for a little bit of story time here to wrap up Rink 2 coverage in the second intermission. And welcome back, folks. This is Zamboni, just about done clearing the ice here in the second intermission. I'm Tyson Olney here on Dolany TV, bringing you live coverage from rink number 2 here in Cold Lake this morning. We are moments away, I am sure, from the broadcast crew next door walking over and telling us the details of everything here happening on rink 1 in Cold Lake between the Jaguars and the Inferno. Last note, we knew it was 4-0 for the Jaguars. So we're looking to see if that result holds or expands or does anything different than where it was in the second intermission on that ice at about 11:05 in the second period of our game. That's the thing. They are cruising along over there. We've had some long delays early in the first period, and we find ourselves sitting in this second intermission just waiting to get things tidied up here in Cold Lake. Been a heck of a hockey game, a 3-0 lead for Fairview, but that is not to say that the Blazers haven't been out there doing their thing that they normally do every game, and that is put the pressure on the team's opposing goaltender, because Ariana Wald has been heavily busy at times in this game, and she stood tall so far. Cody Hillis opposing her in the Blazers net has done a stellar job as well all tournament long, and doing it again in this game. A 3-0 that's it lead for the Fairview Falcons, as mentioned. Seems like Zamboni driver just literally missed. I'd say that is a square foot of ice out there, and he's got to turn around and go get it. So we're going to have an extended little delay to start this third period. You almost could say that he did that just to allow me to have a couple extra minutes on air before we head into this third period. Kind of give me a few seconds to sit here and shake out the nerves for what is going to be my last game of coverage here on Dolany TV this weekend. And again, I just can't stress it enough, I'd like to pass along the thanks to the organizing committee, the organizers, and of course everybody involved in having me here this weekend. Again, I haven't mentioned them much this weekend, and I feel I need to one last time before we head into the third period. Sean Metchowitz, a member of the organizing committees here for this tournament, contacted me back in January, kind of tasked me with, hey, we need you to come up here and do some commentary and some live streaming of the games in Cold Lake this weekend, April 1st through 3rd. And I said, man, let me check my schedule because I don't know if I'm free. Thankfully, nobody had the weekend booked off on the calendar in early January, so away I did. Next day at work, walked in. First thing I did was book these days off, Tuesday through Monday, and came up to Cold Lake after all was sorted out. And here we are now into day 3 of action live from rink number 2, and just about ready to wrap it up with the third period plus of play here in rink number 2. It's been my pleasure to bring you this along, and again, like I said, I owe it all to the organizing committees and everybody involved in getting me up here this weekend for this tournament. It's been an absolute blast to be along for the ride with you at home, to watch these young ladies go through a provincial tournament, and I really like the opening ceremonies. I know a lot of folks are saying there's some issues with the opening ceremony live stream. I think we've corrected that for the gold medal game here on Cold Lake Ice TV, but yeah, so those opening ceremonies, if you weren't here in the building, you might have missed the audio, but the message was clear. You're never sure if you're going to get back here. This might be your first time here, it might be your 5th time here, but again, no matter how many times you've been to provincials or never at all, you're never sure if you're going to get back here, so you got to soak in every moment and enjoy the heck out of it. And I think everybody involved in this tournament here in Cold Lake this weekend has done just that. All the ladies have played their hearts out on the ice this weekend, going toe-to-toe with every single one of their opponents, playing, like I said, their hearts out to just try and claw to be right here in this moment. 20 minutes on the board as the officials hit the ice here on rink 2 to decide who goes to the gold medal game at 3 o'clock next door at Imperial Place here in Cold Lake. The Blazers find themselves down 3. The Falcons find themselves up 3 as we head into the third period. I've had some great chats every intermission with some folks here on Rink 2, and I really appreciate everyone kind of giving me that time of day when I kind of just express myself after 20 minutes of calling a hockey game. Just kind of whatever facial expression comes, them playing off it, and me getting to know the stories of these teams a little bit. I believe I heard him right, the great-grandfather of captain for the Lloydminster Blazers, Olivia Miller, in the last intermission. It was a great chat with him to kind of tell my story, get to know his story a little bit. And he's up here this afternoon waiting to see what happens in this third period, just like the rest of us and you at home. 20 minutes to go here in this third period, folks. You ready? Because I don't know if I am. The Blazers, hold on. Oh, no, they're done. They were having a little bit of fun over here. You know what? Going into a third period, you're down 3, and you're having that much fun on the ice prior to the puck drop. I think that's making the most of your playoff and provincial experience here in Cold Lake this weekend. That's exactly what I was just talking about. And a shame that I didn't notice it earlier. We could have gotten it on camera for you, but let's go, folks. This is going to be one heck of a doozy down the stretch here in this third period. The fans, the players, everything roaring here in Rink 2. The second loudest spin other than the host game here in this semifinal between the Falcons and Blazers. Puck is down, scrambled ahead by the Blazers. Busting into the zone, a chance here for the Blazers to get a backhand on net. Steered wide by the stick of Stuckelschwager for the Falcons. It'll go down into the corner. A player takes out another player, and everybody just kind of hits the deck briefly, as now it'll go back into the opposing side of the rink from myself, as the Blazers will tie up. Shot fired in again by the Blazers, and this one will be turned back to the near side wall, where the Blazers are going to tie it up, and we'll have a freeze of the puck, as it looks like the referees, you know what? They've done a great job all week. Just a mental error on their part coming out of the gate here in the third period. I mean that literally. They forgot to shut the gate when they hit the ice at the start of this third period. They've done a fantastic job. Just one mental error, and that one, hey, you know what? That's one you can laugh about. So we're not going to worry too much here on this one. The face-off kind of scrambled up along the half wall. The Blazers control it at the point. Shot fired right through traffic and wide of the net to the left of Wald. The puck now played there by the Blazers, who will come up with it and turn back around, and skating back the other way come the Falcons. A chance here to cut to the middle of the ice. Shot fired and saved by Hillis, as there's an extra poke there at the last second by the Falcons. But what an opportunity again for the Falcons to go out there and add to the lead. But like I said in the intermission, Cody Hillis has stood tall. So the face-off pushed back there by the Blazers. They'll go around the boards and try and chip and get this one out. They indeed will. 18:49 to go in this third period. And I'm going to be watching that clock a lot, because my goodness, that's what's going to tell us kind of when and where the results can happen in this game. Puck played ahead. Rory Hill's going to bust open. One defender back, still dragging to the backhand, takes it right to the net, all the way on Wald, and somehow also, despite being full extension on the backhand, avoids the contact with the goaltender. Replay on following the save by the Falcons, and it'll be back onto a stick of the Blazers for the time being, before being flipped the length of the ice for the Falcons, who will see it go on down for an icing and a face-off to the left of Wald after that stand tall save on the backhand drive by Rory Hill of the Blazers, that is. I forget, right? We got folks tuning in from all over, not necessarily from Lloydminster, not necessarily from Fairview, not sure where some of these players are playing, if you're just tuning in for the first time this afternoon as well. We are now up and well over 60 viewers on the live stream. Appreciate everybody being along for the ride. The Falcons power out of their own zone. Ellie Stone now rushing back. Shot fired. Hillis the save. Follow-up chance, and she will cover it up. The puck was kind of loose right after the glove batted it down, but the whistle had already blown by the time it had squirted free from the glove. So we'll have a whistle with 17:55 to go in this third period to the left of Cody Hillis, who has made another great couple of saves here in this third period. Great tournament from the goalies. I've said that all along, and I will go out saying that. Shot fired wide, and the Falcons at the Blazers' point will come up with the puck before turning it over in the middle of the ice and back the other way. Taya Smith tried to charge that one ahead. Now Taylor Vance will charge it in for the Blazers. I'm trying to get too much going there. How about we just reset? Never mind. Every time I try to reset myself on the commentary, a puck just for whatever reason takes some kind of crazy hop in front of the net, and another one right there as I'm talking away. A chance for the Blazers goes by the wayside off the side of the net, despite cutting right in front of Wald. Wald. I haven't made that mistake all weekend, and I thought I was going to. Sorry, Ariana Wald and the Wald family, that is my mistake there, as I've been great all weekend, and then I make that mistake and offside here at the blue line. Now, I guess, you know what, I was bound to make it after the goaltender for Airdrie, Zoe Morneau. I had it all, Calgary Inferno. I had it great all weekend, and then all of a sudden, the start of the second period, last game out for the Inferno, I started calling her Zoe Monroe. And that, you know, sometimes the brain just gets cramped and things happen that aren't supposed to on the commentary. And thankfully, that's been the worst of it, calling a couple goalies by the completely wrong name a couple of times this weekend. And hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, right? Turnover here for the Falcons, pushing this down deep. They're going to keep charging into the Blazers area towards the net. They can't get between the dots, so the Blazers will work it out, and again, Rory Hill leads it out. And from the moderators here on Dolany TV, this one just in, the Jaguars have advanced to the gold medal game. Their game ended with 16 minutes left to go in our third period, my friends, may I remind you. I thought the games would end like 5 minutes apart. However, the Jaguars go on to win 9-0, and they, the host team, will indeed play in the gold medal final for a chance to bring it all home on home ice here at the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships in Cold Lake for 2022. The Blazers looking to get anything going here in this third period. They've so far been stonewalled by Wald, who's done a solid job just keeping this one right where it has been since that first goal for the Falcons. Took that nasty hop on Hillis way back in the first period. This one turned back, and Stuckelschwager will come up with it for the Falcons. She'll lead the charge, chip it out of the zone, and get it back to neutral, where it'll be pushed ahead by Livia Miller, who collides with Stuckelschwager. The two captains go down, and they're tangled up as now the puck back into the Blazers' end. Stuckelschwager shakes it off. She'll stay out there on this shift. Puck turned back, and 15:09 to go in this third period. The chance played back, and it's Halverson with it now for the Falcons, who will come up with it, and she'll play it ahead. That catching up with it is Shaylin Auger, who fires it down onto the stick of Hillis. She covers it up, gets the whistle. 14:53, my friends, to go in this third period, and my goodness, are we in for a finish? The Blazers continue to attack. The Falcons continue to make the most of their opportunities in the offensive zone with the 3-0 lead. And we've got ourselves a game developing here down the stretch. One goal changes everything here. Quite literally, whoever scores the next one, I think, is definitely going to have an opportunity to have the, the pace, the tempo down the stretch. How about Rory Hill charging into that backhand side again? She cuts around the defender, shot, scores! Just like that, I'm asking for a goal. I'm talking about a goal. Rory Hill comes up with it for the Blazers. It is 3-1 for the Falcons now as the lead cut to 2. What an individual effort from Rory Hill, and we've talked about Connor McDavid a couple times this weekend. How about Rory Hill busting out something from the McDavid bag of tricks to get that goal for the Blazers? I'd like to see a replay of that. Oh man, I just missed it. Hold on, let me go back. Let me zoom back around. They're going to do the face-off here, but I'd like to see that one more time. That was a thing of beauty. And now, at least for the Lloydminster side, at worst, you can say you broke the goose egg of Wald, who's been solid all night. This one into the near side corner. I'm just trying to get some kind of advantage on there and just see if I can get the replay of that one. We'll wait for it to load up as the Blazers play it back off the boards, and they'll try and get out of their zone. 14-10 to go in this third period. What did I say about that next goal? It was going to be important, and the Blazers got it. So we're in for a finish here down the stretch. One team down by 2, one up by 2, and both teams looking to change the tide here now on the next goal. One was important, but look at that. Just cuts around the defender, and what an attack to the net by Hill to score that goal. That was beautiful, that's for sure. Now the Falcons fan on a clearing attempt. Taya Smith fires it down on Wald. Wald gets tangled up with the defender. However, holds on to that puck and will freeze it for yet another cover. But now, all of a sudden, things just got interesting, my friends, back at home. 13:41 to go in this third period. Like I said, good morning. That's the couple of times I've really come alive on the mic. I've just made that joke because we're still early on in this morning, but these girls certainly don't care out there. They're looking to go to the gold medal game. And they, I don't know if they're aware. I don't think the coaches have passed along the memo of who they'd be facing. But there's a shot from the point coming through, and it's another goal for the Blazers. And now they've got 2. Dylan Wood from the point gets the shot all the way to the back of the net. And here we go. Let's get going. We are in for it now. 3-2, 13:25 to go in the third period. And oh my goodness, things just got interesting. Not without a little bit of drama down the stretch here at Rink 2. You think Dolany TV is going to go out without a bang? Well, the Blazers have assured we aren't. The Falcons see their lead cut to 3-2 on the goal by Wood. And just a perfectly placed point shot gets all the way through and beats Wald for the second goal of the game for the Blazers. And now let's finish this one off. 13:15 to go in this third period, and we got drama down the stretch, a 1-goal game. Like I said, of the other game, it didn't really seem in doubt after the second intermission with the Jaguars commanding a 4-0 lead. But this 3-0 lead for the Falcons has now evaporated. The Blazers never stop pushing, and here they find themselves only down by a goal just over 7 minutes into the third period after trailing 3-0 entering this third period. I had that conversation with Livia Miller's great-grandfather in the intermission, and he's like, oh, I think we're done for the weekend. I think we're out, and just kind of making sure he's all right himself with the result if it is indeed a loss for the Blazers. And now I just kind of counteracted. I'm like, but you never know going into the third period of a semifinal exactly what's going to happen. And he turned to me and he looked at me, giving me that wry smile and said, yeah, that is for sure. And now we find ourselves in a 3-2 hockey game here in the third period. I absolutely love provincial hockey tournaments because you never know just what you say in the intermission to somebody standing in from the crowd for whatever team you're talking about that game. Just how important it is kind of in relevance when you get into that final period of play or that second period of play or whatever. And here we find ourselves now in this game 3-2. Just kind of that little bit of, I was hoping for some drama down the stretch, and my friends, we've got some drama down the stretch. I'm loving every minute of it. The Blazers continue to push for it. The Falcons looking to get it out. This one's going to be chipped out into Blazers' end, and Hillis recognized right when that puck crossed the blue line that was coming down to her. She makes the play, plays it off to the defenseman, and will play it up to Vance. Now fired in by Taya Smith, who will get it down deep for the Blazers. 11:34 to go in this third period, and I got to remember, I can't quite fully empty the tank here in this third period. I still got one more game to go, and I think the host side would appreciate a good effort from me as well after inviting me up here and allowing me to run Rink 2 all weekend long. This puck battling in behind the Falcons net, kind of tied up there. Interesting that they didn't blow the whistle. In every other event like that so far this weekend, they've blown the whistle, but the refs say play on, and I think that may be something we'll see down the stretch here in the final 11 minutes of this game. The puck played out, turned back briefly by the Blazers, and now full flight come the Falcons down the ice. The shot fired on. Hillis steers it wide of the net. And folks, I'd like to welcome you into Dolany TV. You're in for a good finish here. Shot coming from Shaylin Auger, tangled up last second. Now from Stuckelschwager, who just batted that into the zone last second, trying to keep it in and it'll be chased back by the Fairview Falcons, who find themselves in their own zone. Brett Greshner fires it up and out, and that, we can actually pause and relax, will be... Oh, that explains it. I'm going to have a giggle here for a second, take a drink of water, and then I'll do what I just read. I'd like to welcome the viewers from the Jags Inferno game. I just got word that y'all are joining me over here on Dolany TV for this game after enjoying the commentary from Carter Simpson this weekend over on Rink 1. And don't worry, we'll be both over there next game, giving you the play-by-play in color for the gold medal game. The only opportunity this weekend we'll have to work together, but we'll make the best of it and we'll have a good one. 3-2 in the third period here in this Rink 2 action. 10:09 to go. So we've got a lot of folks joining us here as there's a lot of drama down the stretch here. In case you're just joining us from that Jags Inferno game, it was 3-0 for the Fairview Falcons entering this game. And if you're wondering why this game's running so late as it is right now, we had a couple of big delays in the first period. We had the referee go down and then a Fairview player take a nasty spill on a penalty for the Blazers into the end boards. And we now find ourselves significantly delayed in this one, considering the fact of the Jaguars game being as done as it is, and that's a nasty collision in center ice. Both players immediately get up, and that is fantastic to see. We'll have a whistle here, and Nariah Auger will go to the penalty box on that collision at center ice. 9:49 to go in the third period, so how about this? The first penalty of the third period, after scoring 2 goals in this third period after being down 3-0, goes to the Lloydminster Blazers. Like I said, the drama, it's good here in this third period. Yeah, you know what? You run your mouth often enough, something bound to happen, and I think that I might have turned it around one way here in this third period during that second intermission. I was just kind of waiting for something good to happen for kind of the drama of it, and we now have it as a block there by the Falcons. Doesn't allow the point shot to get through. That one does get through from Olivia Miller, who fired it through wide of the net though, and the Blazers will possess in their own attacking zone. That one kind of sealed off by the Falcons. Pitch and catch at the blue line. Olivia Miller has it hop over her stick. She's going to fire the shot. That one goes through, and it'll be back to the point for the Blazers, who continue to hem the Falcons in on the power play. Shot from Hill, squeaks off of Wald. Back of the net on the second effort. We've got a tie hockey game, and the Blazers celebrate a power play goal to give it. I've still got the score at 3-1 on the screen. My apologies, folks. Good thing I'm updating you, but we've got ourselves a 3-3 hockey game with 9 minutes left on the board. Wow. The drama of it, folks. Welcome to semifinal Sunday on day 3. As you know what, the Blazers come in looking to empty the tank last minute here in this third period, and they walk into this third period, 3-goal comeback, and they're waiting for some official words here. The Blazers are lined up at center ice. The Falcons are back at their own face-off dot. The referee's conferring here at center ice. I think the Falcons feel that one should have maybe been goaltender interference and looking to wave that one off. And we are looking, hold on, I'll see what we can see here on the replay. I've got it extremely delayed for events like this on my preview on YouTube. That's the shot around from the Blazers. It goes back to the wall. They move it to the net. That's where Rory Hill would find it. And we're going to see what happens here. Is that one taken out in the blue paint? And no goal. They wave it off. Oh, ho, ho. Here we go. All right. The Falcons get the call. And this one changes on a dime for the second time here in this third period. A goal taken off the board late in the third period. Halfway through, I guess you can properly accurately call it. 1:12 of power play time left for the Blazers. Olivia Miller over there pleading the case with the official. At worst, going to get the best explanation possible to take it back to the head coach. I guess I've looked at it a couple of times here. It's interesting, that's for sure. Hold on, I don't even know where that's at right now. But yeah, you can yeah, you just have to slide back. That's the one thing. But all right, giving some directions here to the Blazers faithful who are looking for some direction on that goal taken back. And I guess when you get what you're asked for, you're still stunned. That's me right now. This third period has been wild. It's been all Blazers so far, but they find themselves still down a goal, and we're still waiting for this game to resume. Livia Miller shouting some directions to the bench. She's not any worse for wear. She's pumped up. She's ready to go. They smell blood in the water. They're looking to go out and get this game tied for a second time. 3-3. And actually have that goal stand. And they do exactly that. They win the face-off. Miller fires in, walks it right up. Again, a shot to the front of the net, and all kinds of traffic. Sees the puck go wide of the net. Back to the blue line. Dylan Wood fires up the shot. Knocked down in front. Rebound in front off of Wald. Comes out of the zone on a second effort trying to hit the goaltender in front. And the puck will be played down all the way where Dylan Wood will come up with it. She'll fire it. Chopped there by the Falcons, who are just trying to weather the storm on this penalty kill now. The Blazers, they've been pushing all game. The Falcons have done an excellent job at scoring the goals when and how they have. But now, suddenly, the Blazers have a little extra jump in their step, emptying the tanks here in this third period. Shot backhand by Smith. Goes off of the goaltender Wald. Third attempt, fourth attempt, fifth attempt in the crease. Nobody can seem to direct that puck into the net. And another shot bounces off of Wald on the side of the net. The Blazers, all kinds of pressure here on this late third period power play, again directed down by Miller, who's out there pretty much this whole 2 minutes so far. The extended break when the goal got called off doesn't hurt, I guess you could say, as the time expires off the penalty to Naraya Auger. She walks out of the box and goes directly to the bench for a change. The Falcons getting a wholesale change on the lines despite the one penalty killer still pushing forward just as the player stepped out of the box. And down the ice, the Blazers get it back into Falcons territory, but that, my friends, will be an icing with 7:32 to go. And the best part of the thing you can't hear on the stream is how much I'm shaking right now. Just the pure nerves and excitement as we go down the stretch here in this third period absolutely have got me on edge. Like I said, I did speak to someone on the Blazers fan side who thought this one was over in the second intermission, and now they find themselves in the stands there for the Blazers, seeing their team down by one, having tied it unofficially once, kind of officially. I guess the goal was called back, so it does go somewhere into the memory banks for the folks here at rink number 2, and on the live stream you will actually get to see that puck cross the line. That's no doubt about it. As it's tied up along the end wall, the Falcons, Ellie Stone will bat it back to the blue line. Livia Miller out there dancing around, 1-2, shot comes in, blocked in front. Miller again digs down deep, gets it in behind the net, and played back around to Naraya Auger, who skates it off her goal line and back to the point, kept in by Miller, however, on the turnover. Ellie Stone will recollect, and that will be another penalty. And now you got to really feel for Auger here in this third period. 2 penalties late in this one. And the only reason I'm making mention of even the player's name on that, I don't want to single anyone out or anything here late in the semifinal as a gold medal berth is on the line, but I just, again, the reactions of these players all tournament long have been very noticeable and very expressive, and I'm loving just kind of how much they're enjoying themselves out there. And now the face-off won back by the Blazers. They set up the power play once again. They're going to get the shot fired. Wood can't get it through, and it's batted off of a player in front, and the Blazers again looking to direct it in front and just scramble up another goal here on a power play. Shot fired wide of Wald. 6:25 to go in this third period. What was going to be a game of watching the clock is now a game of keep your eye on that puck, because you just don't know when it's going to hit the net at this point. 6:15 to go in the third period as it comes down, 1:30 left in the power play for the Blazers. The penalty kill so far sufficient for the Falcons here into the final 6 minutes of the third period. This one chipped, and that one stays in play. I kind of lost sight of it and then kind of gave up on it, to be honest with you, because I'm like, oh, that went up and out of play. No, it didn't. As it's fired all the way down on the clear by the Falcons. A solid effort to kill some more time off the clock here on this penalty kill. The puck played back ahead by the Blazers. They're going to step over the line, turn back last second by Brett Greshner. This one now played again by the Blazers up to Rory Hill, who just can't settle that puck at the blue line. You would remember she had that beautifully incredible, I don't even know how to describe a goal there to step around the defender and get this one to 3-2, and she would be looking to try and get her team tied here as well on this power play now with 35 seconds to go in the power play with 5:13 in the third period. I got to remember to breathe, my friends. I'm talking a mile a minute and not taking a breath at all. I love it. I've got the entire broadcast crew up here. The Blazers find themselves in their own zone on this power play with the time winding down. Here's Rory Hill. Let me save that thought for a second. Hill's going to chip this one off the captain, Stuckelschwager. It goes into the near side corner, and it'll be played out in front to Wald, who had an oncoming Madison Layton looking for that puck loose in the crease, so she pounces on it with 4 seconds to go. But I'm loving this. We've got the entire broadcast crew here. Carter Simpson's dancing around, nervous as can be here as we get going through this third period. I've got Budsy running the entire show over there next door in Rink 1. He's just standing here laughing at me as we go through the final 5 minutes of this third period. 3-2. We've got it. The puck's going to go down into the Blazers end. The power play now over for the Blazers as they find a successful penalty kill due to the Falcons. An icing call now. 4:31 to go in this third period. 3-2 the score for the Falcons. Take a breath. Take a breath. Get some water in me too. We got a long way to go yet today. 4:31 to go here in this third period. Puck one back, and now it'll be picked up there by Haley Kadoun. She's battling that puck off the boards, and Nurai Auger hammers the shot from the point. It takes another nasty hop towards Cody Hillis, and that was one of those that again fooled Hillis early in the first period, and then again another hop and an extra tack, and now we've got are they going to even that up? I wonder if they're going to even that up. And it doesn't look like they're going to. The extra tap from the Falcons on the covered puck by Hillis is going to cost them 2 minutes and another power play for the Blazers. I thought for sure they'd even that one up, just the extra whack there by the Blazers at the end of that play to obviously support their goaltender. You know what that whack's about, it's nothing unfriendly, it's just, hey, whoa, what are you doing? But they end up not calling that one, so the Blazers get to the power play here with 4:05 to go in the third period. Yet another power play, may I add. Folks, we're in for a heck of a finish as Wald makes another save. Shot fired off the side of Wald, back of the net. And there you go, no doubt about that one. That, my friends, is going to tie it here in this third period. And the shot in from the side of the net by Layla Scott ties it in this third period with 3:54 to go. Only 15 seconds into the power play. We are in for a finish here, and dare I say, we've got another 3:54 to go at minimum. Face-off lined up at center ice. She's been a doozy. I told you it was going to be. Right off the opening face-off of the third period, I told you we were in for one, and now we've got another penalty upcoming to the Falcons. And it was the Blazers early on that had all the trips to the penalty box, and now they're adding up for the Falcons, and this one is, if not the biggest kill of the tournament, right here. So far, we'll have some bigger kills in the gold medal game. Carter and I for sure will call that for you, but right now we've got one big kill potentially left in this third period for the Falcons. The Blazers win the face-off back. Shot fired off of a pad in front. Shot again gets down. Rebound. Wald stands tall. And the save there by Wald freezes the puck. So now I can officially say it, with the game tied, both goaltenders still having fantastic games, and both teams pushing to get this one in their favor now. Wow. Take it in. Honestly, that's all you can do, and if you're the players on the ice right now, there's one goal in mind. As Dylan Wood fires that shot from the point, they clear the crease in front. Stuckelschwager gets it going through. And they are calling absolutely everything right now. Stuckelschwager is going to the box for a cross check. So there is no nonsense right now on the ice. The refs are looking to keep this one from getting out of control. It's been a rough game, that's for sure. That's coming even from the Blazers side when they had taken a bunch of penalties for body contact early on in this one. So now the Falcons, I guess, getting their fair share back the other way. 3:36, and no, actually, hold on. How about that? They're going to even up the penalties and take off Haley Cadoon. So now you've got a 4-on-3, or are we going to skate 5-on-4? The penalty clock all kinds of confused here. I'm not even going to look at that thing. 5-on-4, but yeah, look at that. That's a whole mess over there. They still haven't taken the previous penalty to the Falcons, which resulted in the tying goal from Layla Scott off the clock. So here we are, 5-on-4, 3:36 to go still in this third period. Yeah, you know what? I'm sitting up here shaking nervous. I can't imagine what it's like being on the ice, for these young ladies finding themselves in an absolutely impossible moment now, tied 3-3 with 3:36 to go. We just missed down the other side of the ice. Cody Hillis rocking the dance moves as she's trying to just calm the nerves in her crease for the Blazers. 5-on-4, the official rating from the official here on the ice in this one. And the penalty clock now set up, $1:45 to go in the penalty as the face-off won back by the Blazers. Taylor Vance out there looking to take control of this puck and, of course, maybe take control of this game. This one, however, fired down. A great clear immediately off the face-off by the Falcons. They are going to come in forechecking and poke that puck ahead. So now we've got ourselves a 3:14 clock reading as we are going to get through the next 3 minutes with, I'm sure, some important saves and some important plays down the stretch. Taylor Vance sees it poked off her stick. It's going to be played back to the point where Olivia Miller loads up the point shot, deflected in front, double bounce, doesn't go through to the net, and it comes to the near side half wall. This one puck played down behind the net, and it's met there by Greshner. Greshner into that half wall, will play it ahead, tipped out of the zone by the Falcons. They have killed off 50, or down to 50 seconds on this PK. The Blazers now see it at the blue line, can't keep it in. Olivia Miller fires it in, and will see Wald play it right to another player, and now what do we got? Are they gonna rule that offside? I'm not sure what that whistle was about. Looks like it is indeed gonna be an offside just outside of the blue line. I did not see the official's arm up. There's, like I said, there's a lot of heads in the way and a railing in my way here high atop rink number 2 in Cold Lake. So just is what it is. You know, I'm bound to miss some stuff as I have all weekend, but we're in for a finish now with 2:20 on the clock and still 30 seconds of power play time for the Blazers as they're looking to free this one up. Scott's got it back to the point. Shot loading. Here it comes. Tipped and off a stick in front. And back in the net it goes, 4-3 to the Lloydminster Blazers, late with 2:11 left on the clock. And my goodness, you know, when you start a broadcast and you talk about certain things in warm-up, you talk about things at intermission with folks here at the rink, you talk about things throughout the game. I told you right off the bat, the Lloydminster Blazers were working on tips in front of Hillis during warm-up. And wouldn't you know it, late in the third period, on the power play, looking to take the lead after coming back from being down 3 goals. It's a tip that scores the goal to give them the 4-3 lead. It's hard not to get very romantic about hockey, folks. That's just the way it goes. I'm sitting here absolutely baffled. Late in this third period, this kind of, right, I had expected there would be a push from the Blazers. It comes They come all the way back, roaring with 4 goals in the third period to take a 4-3 lead late in the third period. I'm getting directions from the Blazers fans. I'll leave the chuckles here in the arena for us. I love it. I absolutely love it. We've had actually some great sections right in front of me. I've had some great laughs with the folks in front of me all tournament long, and I've appreciated everybody chiming in as I'm calling the game. I absolutely, you know what? That's what I do it for. That's what I do it for. Is the reactions from the parents, the fans of the teams here all weekend long have been great. The players on the ice have been great. And I again can't thank everybody enough involved in making this tournament happen and allowing me to just be a part of what is winding down to be an incredible finish here on day 3. The face-off at center ice following the Falcons timeout. Sorry, did I forget to mention that? I think I did. I was just kind of chuckling away after the Blazers turned back around. Another puck right out in front, and an astute stick from Naraya Oje tips it right back into Wold where she can see it, and she covers it as soon as possible to freeze the puck with 2:02 to go here in this third period. Yeah, that's about all you can do is laugh at this point. Like I said, I expected some kind of big push from the Blazers here in the third period. Big collision. Arm up, player down. $1:51 to go, and this one is again potentially going to change on a dime here. As the player goes to the box, 2 players still in the boxes for the 2 respective squads on that. Coincidentals, but trainer back out. Down there, getting up under power of her teammates is Carly Latondra, who's been a big factor in this tournament for the Fairview Falcons. Gets up off the ice, and now out to talk with the officials. Ellie Stone with the captain in the box. I kind of rein myself in here and stay in the moment. As everybody talks to the officials, the benches gather around, making sure Latondra is good on the Falcons bench after that huge collision at center ice. And how about this? It ain't over till it's over. Like I said, it's hard not to get romantic. They've got 6 on the ice. Hold on. We've got 6 folks on the ice there for the Fairview Falcons. Few minutes premature from pulling the goalie. And now we'll have a shuffle of the lines as stepping into the take the face off. I believe it was either Brett Greshner or nope, sorry. So it's Jillian Hale at the blue line. So that was Brett Greshner taking the face off, I'm pretty sure. Puck played back. The Falcons now on the power play here. They're working it down low. Puck comes in front of the net. Opportunity here as it bounces off a Blazer in front. Another bounce off a Falcon to keep it in the zone. Force of a play along the half wall. The Blazers again tied up by the Falcons at the blue line. Fired down. And now out to play it. Wald's coming all the way out to cut it off. She's been active this game. She has wasted no time on those power plays, leaving it there. So here we go. Let's lay it all on the line and leave it all out here for the final $1:10 of this third period. The puck at the Falcons blue line. The Blazers killing it in the offensive zone as they have done most of the tournament. This one played into the neutral. Another player down on the ice, and here we go. Falcons will chip it in off a body, and here come the Falcons into the offensive zone after it bobbles over the stick of Lexa Thiessen into the near side boards. The Falcons looking to come up with it here on the power play. 50 seconds to go in the game. Onside, shot comes through, hits a Blazer in the helmet, and now turned forward by the Falcons all the way down to Hillis. Pile in front of the net. 3 players go down, and we'll have a cover with 41.6 seconds to go in this third period. Wow, what a game we have been treated to here on Rink 2 this weekend. The rest of my broadcast crew is just sitting here shaking their heads, jealous that this is what I get for my final game on Dolany TV, because what a doozy it has been. You know what, like I said, this has been a good game even when it was 3-0 after 2, and now the Blazers will take their timeout with 41.6 seconds to go. And I believe, because we have to define a winner in this one, we will indeed have an extra frame. if I understand the rules here this weekend, if necessary, here after the next 41 and a couple of ticks on the clock seconds. Here we go. Guy could wish he was out there two-stepping right now rather than having to call this one, because my nerves are just about shot and we've got another gold medal game to go. Face off to the left of Cody Hillis, who's had some stellar saves in this game, and her team hoping she can come up with some more as Ellie Stone draws in for the Falcons, looking to win this one back on the power play. This puck comes down. Stone instead pushes it ahead in front of the net. Now backhand opportunity, third whack at it, and the Falcons can't get it through. Hillis, who will freeze it again for a face-off to her right. 35.5 seconds to go. As again, like I was talking about yesterday, those air bubbles in the old play-by-play voice are coming through right now. Face off to the left, of Hillis, as it's pushed back again by Stone deeper into the Blazers' end as they'll chase after it with exactly 30 seconds to go on the game. 35 seconds on the power play, and the net empty, looking to tie this game. All kinds of desperation against the boards, and like I said, you know what? This game's been a game of inches, and they're going to blow it down with 17 seconds to go. The tie up along the boards after a player sat on the puck. And we'll have one face-off yet again to the left of Hillis with 17 on the board. Stone's out there to take the extra man on for the Falcons. A clap there from Latondra, couldn't get it through, and now a push to the net. It's going to come to the side of Hillis and tie up along the side of the net. 5 players in there scrambling for it, and we will have yet another face-off with 4.8 seconds to go in this third period. I'm having to sit here and lean on the table to keep standing. My legs are jelly at this point, folks. Don't know what's going to happen next game out in the gold medal. Don't want to say I'd hope for a different result, but I could use it at this point. Face-off, one back by the Falcons. 2 chances. Hillis stands tall and the time will expire. The Blazers come all the way back and will extend their weekend to the gold medal game at 3 p.m. at Imperial Oil Place, Rink 1 for this tournament here in Cold Lake. A heck of a final minute on the power play, and effort from the Fairview Falcons to try and get this one tied. They did everything in their power, including scrambling it up in the last 5 seconds in front of Cody Hillis, who just extended the body to make the final save, and the Blazers will take home this one. But again, I'd like to absolutely thank everybody for tuning into this one. It's been incredible here this weekend on Rink 2 in Cold Lake, and to the Fairview Falcons, who had an incredible tournament themselves, falling just short here in the semifinal. I wish all your young ladies and your team managers, your coaches, and everybody involved in running your season all the best going into next year and whatever the future holds for everybody involved. Wow. And now this one's delayed, so I got to watch that final scramble, and Hillis just kind of punches out both hands to make the last save of the game and preserve that 4-3 comeback for the Blazers. We'll have everybody shake hands at center ice and tally all the final things needing to be said at Rink 2 for the weekend. We'll have the MVPs of the game, and we'll finish it off. What a game this was. I said that going into the second intermission when it looked like a completely different result could have been possible. And the Blazers, as they had all game, they kept coming and never gave up, and they take it home 4-3 to advance to the gold medal game. And that, my friends, is what you call going out on style here in Rink number 2. You couldn't ask for much more down the stretch in the third period, as we got one heck of a hockey game here to finish things up on Dolany TV this weekend. I'm Tyson Dolany. As you all head out, folks, I'd like to again thank you for everything this weekend, all the kind words, everything. I'd like to again pass it along to my camera people who have helped me all weekend long. I would be nothing without them this weekend. They've been fantastic. They've brought you the live footage. All I do is call it. I don't handle the camera. I don't touch those things at all. I'm not great. As it is going to be for the Lloydminster Blazers, number 7, Lexa Thiessen, who takes home the MVP. And now we'll see who's the MVP for the Fairview Falcons. Number 9, smacked around a couple of times down to the ice, off to the bench. Carly Latondra takes home the MVP honors, possibly a couple of bruises too, but you know what, a fantastic weekend for both sides and the Blazers, the ones who come out in this one to advance over to the other rink. Again, Fairview, thanks for everything this weekend. You've been fantastic, and I look forward to hopefully hearing from you again soon in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson Dolany. That will do it here for Rink 2 coverage on day 3 in Cold Lake, Alberta for the U18 Female B Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships for 2022. Thank you so much for everything this weekend. Again, thanks to the tournament organizers, everybody involved, and I will catch you over on Rink number 1, Imperial Place, with Carter Simpson on color this afternoon to wrap this tournament up. The Jaguars against the Blazers. The Battle of the Lakeland, I put that in air quotes because Lloydminster, they kind of claim their own area of Alberta, but that's all right. The Border City against the Lakeland here this afternoon at the Cold Lake Energy Center. Folks, enjoy your morning. Enjoy what